Hi everybody, welcome to another review. It is 9:38 p.m. Finished watching Captain America Brave New World. As per usual, my review will be spoiler free, and if you like the content of my channel, please hit the subscribe button below to spread the word to your friends and family. And if you like the review, hit the like button and leave a comment if you're interested. And I want to say ahead of time, I apologize for not having my reviews uploaded in a much more respectable and timely fashion. Working a full-time schedule has kept me from going to the theater on a daily basis, but I'm hoping now that I've actually formulated a specific plan as to when to attend these features and have these reviews uploaded. Now I'll be able to have the channel be a lot more active than it has been the past several weeks to maybe a few months. The last review being Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But I want to say thank you for still sticking with the channel despite the lack of reviews. Let's go ahead and talk about what I thought about Captain America Brave New World. It's been no secret that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has had its fair share of hit and misses, ups and downs, with the inconsistent quality of various films. Very few have reached the level of what came before as far as the early stages of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So when it came to the release of this film, reading the production notes, we have understood that it was going through extensive reshoots. I mean, I want to say the film was reshot at least, what, 2 or 3 different times. So I knew right from the beginning my expectations had to be subverted to a respectable level to not place myself into a mindset of already being disappointed before the film actually was released, or before I watched it for that matter. And I just want to say that I have not watched any of the Marvel Cinematic Universe series that have set within the same universe and contain references here and there. I didn't watch Loki, WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Agatha All Along, She-Hulk. I didn't watch any of those shows, so it was just one of those things where I was able to pick up on the references despite my lack of knowledge from those series. You have this film that with Anthony Mackie reprising his role as Sam Wilson, Captain America, who has been solidified in his role after having the shield passed on to him from Steve Rogers. And Harrison Ford playing the President of the United States, Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, finds out that his inner circle has been compromised, which you have seen in the trailers, from a sinister organization that is being led by a mysterious benefactor that is on a personal quest of receiving retribution, with his past being interlinked with President Ross. And now it's up to Captain America, Sam Wilson, and a new protege of his that is happened to engage with this secret organization. And I have to say, this film was very surprising to say the least, despite the obvious extensive reshoots that you were able to more or less tell automatically. This film actually surprised me with the action sequences and the acting. And once again, it's not the greatest Marvel Cinematic Universe film. It comes nowhere close to, say, Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, or even Infinity War. You just have to place yourself into a pure, basic understanding of this film is not going to be anywhere near the category of what the Infinity Saga represented as far as quality is concerned. You have to be realistic within yourself and say, okay, this story had a lot of trouble during its production phases, and so now I'm going to go ahead and place myself into a realistic mindset of accepting whatever it is, whatever the story is going to convey. And yes, there are a lot of flaws within this film. There are moments where you have to sincerely suspend your disbelief, especially, it's not a spoiler since we see him in the trailer with the Red Hulk, with the battle sequences between him and Captain America. And I do appreciate the fact that they at least provided some explanation as to how Captain America, Sam Wilson, is able to survive various hits from the Red Hulk. And it was quite. I do appreciate as well that in a way it's kind of a wink nudge type of situation where it's breaking the fourth wall, because we understand that, okay, there is no way that Sam Wilson should be able to have the slightest chance against the Red Hulk, but what can you do? Overall, I have to say that what I did really enjoy about this film is the relationship, how they were able to more or less have you care about Sam Wilson and still care about Thaddeus Ross, because Harrison Ford, for all intents and purposes, most people will agree that the last few roles that he has accepted has been more or less done for the paycheck. He has nothing less to prove, and he really put in work with this film. He does a great job conveying a president who was conflicted on wanting to do the right thing while also battling the inner turmoil within himself and being estranged from his daughter. So overall, I really did find that this, while a step in the right direction, it doesn't necessarily bring Marvel back to its initial original place as being the superpower of superhero films, if you will. So there's still a long way to go. The protege of Falcon, of Sam Wilson, I felt he didn't necessarily be in the film. There were times where he was a bit too annoying and overwhelming, but for the most part, he was just there. He was okay. I wouldn't have been necessarily upset if he wasn't in this film. I do. There's a lot of different variations of stories that are just thrown together in this film, where it really does become a bit jarring to a certain extent, and it does kind of take you out of it, but it doesn't take you out enough to where you feel as if it's a waste of time, if that makes any sense. I do believe, in my opinion, Captain America Brave New World would have served better as a solo Hulk film. You didn't necessarily need to have Sam Wilson in this particular story, but again, I digress. It's not to the point to where it's ruining the quality, if you will. And I also have to say that Giancarlo Esposito, they did him dirty in this film. Absolutely, he should have had a much bigger role. And now, at the beginning, it was very interesting how it really attempted to maintain a certain similarity between the Winter Soldier. I think if they had just remained grounded with the mysterious benefactor, it would have been a far more superior film. But again, they had to. I know they had to do something in order to bring in the audience, and I did enjoy it for the most part. It wasn't perfect. It's not great. It's not amazing. It's nothing. It's not anything that makes you feel that you just witnessed the greatest thing ever made. But it's solid enough to where you don't necessarily feel like you wasted your time. I thought, if I had to give it a sincere score, and I'm going to, I say it's a solid 6.5, 7 out of 10. Nothing amazing. Nothing that just, it's just there. Would I buy it on? Would I buy it on its initial release date? No. Is it something that I need to watch again in the theater? Probably not. I will watch. I will say I'll watch this before Thor: Love and Thunder again. But overall, it's a solid, entertaining film that is a good time. There's a lot of Easter eggs here and there, surprise cameos, and the fight sequences are very exciting. I thought the fight sequences between towards the end of the film was quite well done. Overall, I'll go ahead and say Captain America: Brave New World, solid 6.5, 7 out of 10. Nothing terrible, nothing amazing, nothing great. Just you, if you want to watch it for a great time, this is exactly what it is. And just know, keep your expectations at a modest level to where it doesn't set you up for disappointment. So I'll still give it I would give it a 2 thumbs up. It's there. It's just mid, but overall, I had a good time with it. I do recommend. I recommend you should at least watch it once in a theater setting. And that's my review of Captain America: Brave New World. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about it. And I'm hoping to have a review of The Monkey and Last Breath, providing all goes well. Hope you all enjoyed it. Take care and peace out.